After a 4-day holiday weekend, capital workers and employees faced a deluge of emails, paperwork, deadlines, fieldwork, and daily operations. And only 4 days left to get the job done, they pushed hard to be productive again for the entire week. August 31, 2020, Monday, Governor Bambi joined the entire nation in commemorating National Heroes Day. He lauded the heroism of countless Filipinos who faced insurmountable odds in defending the Philippines and its values. The governor also believed everyone could become modern-day heroes in this time of pandemic by simply abiding to the minimum health protocols set by the Department of Health: to wear the face mask and face shield properly, observe social distancing, and wash hands regularly. Wherever it may be, in the office or establishments, we do the things that are required to contribute to the cutting off of local transmission in the province, then we can be heroes in our own way. It was also on Monday, August 31, that the Provincial Youth and Development Office, through Aline Oxtero Peñalosa, alongside SK Federation of MisOr, concluded the Linggo ng Kabataan 2020 via online platform. PYDO, through the active SK presidents and members of this province, successfully held the virtual activity starting from the SK Colloquium 2020, the Trash to Class contest, online mobile photography, and the online Youth Jam. SK Federation President Kerwin Jess Soldevilla said the activity was an expression of the province's inclusive governance, a leadership that listens to, cares for, and trains young people in this time of pandemic. In the evening of August 31, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte's approval of the new quarantine classifications, including Misamis Oriental's modified general community quarantine status, was announced. As recommended by the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases, the province of Misamis Oriental will remain to be under MGCQ from September 1 to 30 of this year. On September 1, 2020, Tuesday, the Human Resource Management Office of the Provincial Government under Ms. Jessica Galindo hosted the 21st virtual flag-raising ceremony as part of the province's new normal. Dr. Jerry Kalingasan updated capital workers and employees on the recent count of positive cases in the province. Misamis Oriental recorded a spike in COVID-19 cases with 183 total positive cases added to the province's active count on Tuesday, August 31, 2020. The Provincial Task Force also declared 8 areas under local transmission, including Cagayan de Oro City. Of the recorded confirmed cases, 89 of them were LSIs, 48 were ROFs, and 14 APORs. As of last week, there was a total of 128 active cases, while 54 have already recovered from the deadly virus. Dr. Jerry Kalingasan also reminded public officials and employees, whether permanent, casual, or contractual, who feel sick with COVID-19-like symptoms or have been exposed to persons infected with the virus are directed to immediately inform their department head, voluntarily seek immediate medical attention, and go on 14-day self-quarantine upon the advice and certification from the Provincial Administrator, Attorney Jocelyn Lord Mateo, and Dr. Kalingasan himself. Also on Tuesday, the Misamis Oriental Interagency Task Force on Emerging Infectious Diseases held an emergency meeting at the Provincial Training Center headed by Provincial Task Force for COVID-19 Chief Dr. Jerry Kalingasan and Governor Bambi to discuss the possible course of action on the expected surge of COVID-19 cases in the province. With the rise of local cases in the neighboring cities and provinces of Region 10, including Misamis Oriental, Dr. Kalingasan would like to ask the National IATF to reconsider the groupings again. He sought to impose a much stricter quarantine measures in Misamis Oriental by upgrading the current classification from Modified General Community Quarantine to General Community Quarantine or GCQ. He believes the only way to contain the spread of the virus is to limit the movement of people, especially on the entry and exit points of Misamis Oriental's boundaries, and continue the implementation of quarantine pass, travel authority, and maintaining strict adherence to health protocols to all appers entering the borders. Despite all the challenges, the governor is positive that the economy of the province will not crash, as the provincial government is doing its best to support the country's struggling economy by maintaining business operations all over Misamis Oriental while obeying to the government's rules of conduct. It was also on that same day, Tuesday, that the construction of a National Child Development Center in the municipality of Lugait officially started through the efforts of Governor Bambi and the Provincial Early Childhood Care and Development Office Head, Ms. Meriden Lilay Okot. Misamis Oriental was able to secure funding from the national government and the National ECCD Council for the realization of the project. With its construction underway, Governor Bambi is pleased to know that the children of Lugait will finally be provided with a conducive learning facility where they can develop their potentials and be molded into the best that they can be, a vision that he shares for every Misamisnan. Additionally, on Tuesday, Governor Bambi and the province of Misamis Oriental is one with the Civil Service Commission in celebrating its 120th year anniversary. The governor believes that this year's theme, Philippine Civil Service at 120, Public Sector in the Age of Digital Transformation, is timely and relevant in underscoring the use of emerging technologies in the pursuit of public service delivery in the Philippine government. Also on Tuesday, the Provincial Cooperative Office under the leadership of Mr. Alberto Acain is continuously holding virtual meetings with different members of the Provincial Cooperative Development Council of Misamis Oriental. As part of the new normal due to the pandemic, Mr. Boboy Acain called on all municipal cooperative development officers from Opol, Hasaan, Claveria, Libertad, Taguluan, and Initaw, and some representatives from different agencies, as well as the chairman himself of PCDC, Mr. Mario Haraula, to attend the said engagement. Mr. Acain said, cooperatives, many created in times of need a long time ago, show that solidarity is part of the economic activity today. It goes to show that cooperatives are resilient to crisis as they adapt to new situations, finding innovative solutions to unceasingly serve their members and customers despite the health emergency. On Wednesday, September 2, 2020, the Provincial Agriculture Office harvested 50 kilograms of tilapia at Barangay Minalwang in Claveria, Misamis Oriental. This tilapia is part of PAGRO's program to aid the Higawunon Pantarong Sectoral Tribal Incorporated of Barangay Minalwang, Claveria in securing the availability of fish products in their locality as a way of increasing their income amidst the health crisis. The initial harvest was 3 pieces per 1 kilogram of tilapia, bringing a total of 50 kilos, which was available for public consumption. The harvest was facilitated by the Agribusiness and Fisheries Division in partnership with First Community Cooperative or FICO as part of the continuous project launched by the Imano administration to increase fish production and fish capture of marginalized Misamisnan fishermen. Still on Wednesday, a team from the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office conducted a national agency visitation at the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLCS, in Cagayan de Oro Station. Their aim is to strengthen inter-cooperation linkages between local and national offices in anticipation for any eventualities. According to Mr. Fernando Vincent D. Jr., government agencies and LGU should be carrying out coordinated operations before, during, and after an emergency to reduce risk and immediately respond to the victim's needs. These offices are also assumed to have crafted disaster response and management plans. Still on September 2, Governor Bambi Emano took the airwaves as he started his new radio program aired over Magnum Radio 99.9 FM. The governor, together with Lambo Dondon Irat, can be heard every Wednesday in their new time slot from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. and streamed live via the MisOr page and Magnum Radio 99.9 Facebook page. Simultaneously, they can also listen on hookup radio stations at Marian Radio 103.9 FM, Bay Radio 105.5 FM Balingasag, Radio Talisayan 91.3 FM in Talisayan, and Radio Natin 105.7 FM in Hingoog City. A replay of the said program can be heard every Saturday over RPN DXKO Teleradio and RPN TV5 Parasat Cable TV. The regular Wednesday programming is primarily aimed at bringing information and updates on the past and current government programs and activities of Misamis Oriental. Furthermore, on Wednesday, in Hingoog City, the Scholar Kunibambi office conducted the second round of orientation and interview for the new beneficiaries of their educational assistance for the second semester of school year 2019-2020. The event was spearheaded by IKNB head Ms. Jaira Lucilos to serve the students despite the country and the province being in the midst of an ongoing pandemic. IKNB's program are in line with Governor Bambi Emano's mandate to always support the education of Misamisnans, especially those who need the government support the most. With the new normal forcing changes in the academic landscape, Misamis Oriental, through the leadership of Governor Emano, one step ahead as the provincial government stops COVID-19 from hampering its project of providing scholarships and educational assistance to Misamisnans. On September 3, Thursday, the Provincial Agriculture Office, headed by Mr. Jose Apollo Pacamalan, set into motion Governor Bambi Emano's standing order of strengthening the aid distribution to Misamis Oriental's farmers, spearheaded by Ms. Michelle Ros Valmores Lace, Division Chief of Pagros Operations Division. 188 heads of ducklings and 4 bags of duck feeds were delivered to Mr. Virgilio Berigay's household, an identified beneficiary of the integrated rice duck farming system in the municipality of Balingasag. Also, 60 farmer members from Agri-Marketing Cooperative from Ani Claveria availed of the free agricultural inputs from Pagro, like the transplanting of lettuce. On the same day, Pagro also delivered 3 bags of duck feeds to Mr. Marciano Gumungon of Mati Claveria to further support his ducks. This activities of Pagro is an effort to further strengthen the various duck farming industries in the province. On Thursday, September 3, 56 and 10 new scholars of the IKNB program from Kinugitan and Mantikao chapter underwent an orientation. The orientation is being conducted to officially welcome the tender feet and to let them know and understand the general rules and regulations and the educational assistance processes. For Kinugitan, the scholars were divided into 2 groups to apply social distancing and to observe minimum health protocols as means to avoid close contact and possible spread of the virus. With the IKNB staff headed by program head Ms. Jaira Lucilos, the said activity was also graced by the chapter coordinators. Kinugitan chapter has 104 in total, consisting of 56 new and 48 old scholars, while Mantikao has 32. 10 new and 22 old scholars. Education is one of the most important aspects that Governor Bambi Emano valued the most. Governor Bambi Emano believes that education is something that everyone must acquire, and so the vision of helping the students has come to life. On Thursday, September 4, 2020, Pagro conducted a site validation in the 2 out of the 4 new rearing house sites for the sericulture program. The new sites for silkworm rearing houses will be located in barangays Hinaplanan, Santa Cruz, and Panampawan in the municipality of Claveria. Luzminda Molina, who will be the beneficiary in Hinaplanan, also received 10 sacks of organic fertilizer for her mulberry plantation. In the meantime, a total of 5,691 Misamisnants have returned home in Misamis Oriental since May 25, 2020 till September 5 of this year. They were carefully assisted by the Travel and Arrival Committee of the Provincial Task Force for COVID-19 head, Attorney Jeffrey Saclot, alongside several hardworking staff from the Provincial Tourism Office and the Provincial Public and Employment Services Office of the provincial capital under the Balik Probinsya program of the government. From August 30 to September 5, the provincial government has catered 88 ROFs and 104 LSIs. The number sharply rose after local government units in the province allowed locally stranded individuals and returning overseas Filipinos to go home subject to quarantine protocols. And on Saturday, September 5, 2020, the Disinfection Committee headed by Dr. Benjamin Resma spearheaded the decontamination and disinfection of MOPH Hingoog, which was ordered temporarily closed until Sunday, September the 6th. Personnel from the Provincial General Services Office under Mat Valier disinfected the emergency room, admitting areas, and underwent wall-to-wall disinfection, curtailing hospital operations. This after a pregnant woman admitted last September 3 turned out to be positive of COVID-19 after undergoing a swab test. She was immediately brought to NMMC for further treatment. Medical workers who have been in close contact with the patient will continue to undergo self-quarantine during the temporary shutdown. MOPH Hingoog will reopen its doors on Monday, September 7, 2020. Today, we face the challenge of a province where more and more people want to go home and live. It's a nice problem to have in one way, but it's a major challenge on the other end. Nonetheless, we have to remember why our province is a beacon for many. We have something special, something unique, an idea at our core, a promise that ours is a great province for everyone to live. Jinky Receipt, PIO.